Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Kitchen Sink in the Fog by Megan033. If you'd like to give it a go, then there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Now, the reason I chose this one is because, well, first, I love fog puzzles, and I've done previously puzzles by Megan and really loved them, but as well because it is the kitchen sink. And if you're new to special Sudoku puzzles, or what do you call them, enhanced Sudoku puzzles, then this is a good one to start with, because you're going to get introduced to a lot of the logic gates that are used in such puzzles. So let's read the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along a gray palindrome line read the same forwards or backwards. Adjacent digits along a green German whisper line must have a difference of at least 5. Digits along a magenta Renban form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. Digits along a blue line create a sum line where the sum of digits on a line within a particular 3x3 box must be the same for all the boxes the line passes through. Digits along an orange Nabner line cannot contain repeated digits, and no two digits along a line may be consecutive. Digits along each thermometer must increase starting from the bulb end. The digits along each arrow must sum to the digit in the circle cell. Cells along lines between two filled circles must have values between those in the circle, and cells with a filled circle must be odd. A black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2:1 ratio. A white dot between cells indicates cells with consecutive values. Not all dots are shown. Min cells must be less than their orthogonally adjacent neighbors as indicated by the symbols bordering the cell. Digits in a cage do not repeat and sum to the clue in the top left. And finally, digits along diagonals pointed to by arrows outside the grid must sum to the number listed. We will revisit all of those as we see them. Now, to start with, the normal Sudoku rules. Hopefully you know how Sudoku works. 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Fog, as you can see here, most of the grid is covered by fog. This is the gray cells, and we see a few, and every time we put in a correct digit, some of the fog will disappear. Right, let's have a look at the ones we see. We see the two Kropki dots. This is a black one, which means that those two have a 2:1 ratio, so one is double the other. This is a white dot, we only see half of it, but that means that these two are consecutive. This is a thermometer, which means that starting from the circle, digits must be higher, so then the value increases. So if this is 1, this has to be from 2 above, and this has to be then from 3 and above. On this arrow, the sum of these 3 digits on the arrow must be equal to this one. Right. Okay, let's start by pencil marking. I'll put this on pencil mark just so that I don't by mistake put a digit. Those have a 2:1 ratio, which means that they are 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, or 3, 6. Right. This is the sum of these 3, so if we forgot about the thermometer for a bit, the minimum this could be is 6, because then you can have 1, 2, 3. So it would be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 7 would be 1, 2, 4, 8 would be 1, 2, 5, or 1, 3, 4, and 9 would be 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4. However, let's start with the 6. Remember, we said those have to increase. So if we start with the 6, we would have 1, 2, 3. Of course, we can't put 1 here because there is nothing to put under it. We can't put 2 because then we could put 1 here, but what do we put here? We're not allowed to put 0. But if we put 3 here, we would need 1 and 2. but we've already used the 1 and 2 here to make up the 6, so that doesn't work, and this isn't a 6. For the same reason, it can't be a 7, because 7 would need a 4. 7 can be made up with 1, 2, 4. If we put 4 here, we can put 3, which we still have here, but we need 1 or 2 to put in this cell, but we've already used them, so it can't be 7. So this is 8 or 9, which means that this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which brings up the question, where is 7 in this cell? It can't be in any of those. It can't be here anymore. And it certainly can't be here now, since the maximum this is a 6. So we can't put 7. The only cell left in this box is here. So this has to be 7. Now, if it's correct, then these cells will be revealed. Correct. And now we see this line, which is the gray line, and that was a palindrome line. A palindrome line means that you should be able to read it, between quotes, in both directions. Now we see that it extends here, but suppose it ended here. Suppose it was only these 3. If it was only these 3, it would mean that this cell and this cell are the same, because you should be able to read it in both directions. However, we see that it extends here. We don't know how long it's going to be. Right. Right. But where is 9 now as well? Right. 9 has the same problem as 7. It can't be in any of those. These, because we already see what they can be. And if this is maximum 6, we can't put 9 here. So this should be a 9. Correct. Now we see the cage, and the cage means that the sum of these 3 should add up to the number here, which is 9. And the only way to make 9 from these digits, from 3 digits, is to have 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4. So those are from the numbers 1 to 6. Okay. Right. Right. That means that we need a 8 here, doesn't it? No. Because we can't put the 8 anywhere else. It has to be in one of those 2, for the same reason we've already discussed. And if one of those is 8, the other has to be 4. So this is a 4-8 pair. If we use the 4 here, then this 4 is not there anymore. So this 9 can't be 2, 3, 4 anymore. It's either 1, 3, 5 or 1, 2, 6. Okay. Well, this one can't be 1, because otherwise what will we put here? It can't be 2. We already discussed that. And it can't be 3, because if we put the 3 here, this would have to be 1 and 2, and we already need the 1 here, because now it's necessary to add up to 9. So this isn't 3. Which means that this 9 is going to be either 1 here with either 2 or 3, and either 5 or 6 from here. So this can't be 5 or 6 anymore. Okay. If this is 5, then we would have no place to put the 6 anymore. It can't be on thermometer and on lower scale than the 5. So this has to be 6. 6. There you go. Before we continue, let's discuss what that is. This is the German whisper line. German whisper line means that every 2 digits, consecutive digits on the line, should have a difference of at least 5. So if we put 5, if we put 1 here, this has to be, well, 6 and above. If we put 4, then this has to be 9, because that's the only digit. One thing to remember about German whisper line is that you can never put 5 on them, because 5 doesn't have any number that's with a 5 difference in it in Sudoku. So otherwise it would be 0 or 10, and we can't put those. Right. But let's continue here. And as well, the 4 and the 6 are special because both of them only have one corresponding digit. The 1 is the 6 is the 1, and the 4 is a 9, which means that you can't put them in the middle, because otherwise you're going to have to put both the 1s or both the 9s. Suppose this is 4. If we put 4 here, then you're going to need to put 9 here, because that's the only one that works, but you need to put a 9 on the other side, and that is not possible. However, you could put the 4 here, because you can now put 2 9s. Let's continue. Now, if this is 6, then this has to be 1 2 6, and it isn't 3. So those are 1 2, which leave us with 3 5 here. But we know that this goes in increasing order, so this is a 5, and this is a 3. Correct. And this shows us this filled circle, which was an odd, right? Cells with filled circle must be odd. And odd is 1 2 1 3 5 7 or 9. And what is this blue line? What is this blue line? A sum line, where the sum of digits in a line within a particular 3 by 3 box must be the same for all the boxes the line passes through. Which means that this line is going to go through multiple cells. Suppose it goes here through these 3 and then goes through 2. The sum of those 2 in this box should be equal to the sum of the 3 in this box. We'll show more once we see it. Now we don't see enough of it to make any intelligent remarks about it. Now we can fix those pencil marks, because this couldn't be 5, this can't be 6, but it can't be 1 or 2 either, because of this pair of 1 2. So this is 3 4 5. Unfortunately, that doesn't tell us more about this cage, because it can be still 2 3 4 or whatever, everything else. Well, it can't be 1 2 6 anymore. Yeah, it can't be 1 2 6 anymore, as you can see, because what would you put here if it was 1 2 6? So there is no 6 here anymore. Fine, it did tell us something. Now let's have a look on this Kropki dot. It's the clear one, which means that this cell should be consecutive to this cell. Now if this is 4, this could be 3 or 5, but it can't be 5 because of this, so it could be 3. If it's an 8, then this would be 7 or 9. It can't be 9, so it's 7, which means that this one is 3 or 7. Okay, right. So what are the options here? It's 2 3 4 now, or 1 3 5. Okay, so we certainly have a 3 here. We certainly have a 3. But it can still be here or here, right? Yeah. But it means that this one isn't a 3. So now we definitely have a 3 here. Okay. A sip of tea. Well, try to figure out where to look next. We still don't know what that is, right? Because we don't know. This is a palindrome line, but we still don't know how far it goes. So we don't know where the mirror, if you like, starts. Because if it only extends here, then it would be mirrored across this. But if suppose it extends like this, then it would be mirrored across this cell. So we still don't know. Okay. All right. So what do we have to look at next? What do we have to look up next to continue? I'm not sure. I am not sure. We can talk about this 10. This is the arrow here. It means that those three have to add up to 10. However, 10 is a lot of options. It's anything between 1 and 7 can you can get 3 digits to sum up to 10 with lots of combination between 1 and 7. Okay. Right, well, let's have a look here. If this is 3, then this has to be minimum 3 plus 5, which is 8. So this would be 8 and 9, or 9, which is possible. But what happens if this is 7? If this is 7, then this has to be 7 minus 5 at least. But 7 minus 5 is 2, so this has to be 1 or 2. But we already have a 1, 2 in this column pair, so this can't be 1 or 2. Which means that this can't be 7, this is 3. Correct. Which means that this is 4 by this line, and this is 8. Which means that this is neither 3 nor 4 anymore. But we said that we need a 3 here, so this has to be 3. It seems to be a 3 puzzle. Now we see 3 things. First, we see that this palindrome line extends to here, which means that now we have 6 cells palindrome line, which means that the mirror has to be across this invisible line here that I'm putting. I can put that line just so that we can see. This line divides the palindrome line into 2 sides that has to be identical. So whatever this is, whatever this cell is, should be here. I'm gonna delete this now and go back to, so this is from 1 to 4, 5, like this one. This is from 1 to like this one, and whatever we get here will be here. We see as well that that blue line continues here, which means that it's whatever it is in this cell, in these 2 cells in this box, should be equal to whatever it is in this box, no matter how far it goes. We don't know yet. We see now this, what is that? Purple? Magenta. This is a Renban line, which means that the digits on this line has to form a set of consecutive digits, not necessarily in order, but they have to be consecutive. And this is a what is this one? Orange. This is the, well, between quotes, the opposite of this. You can see it's called Nabner, which is Renban, what's it called? Reversed. And it means that the digits on this one are definitely not consecutive at all. So no digit here could be consecutive to another digit. And as well, digits can't repeat. Okay. Let's see, what can we tell now about, well, we can tell something about these, is that now, well, I'll do it one at a time. This has to be, well, like we said, 5 plus 3, we already said that, so this is from 8 or 9. But this now would be from the lower set of digits that are the digits less than 5. And that's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whatever that is, then will define what this is, or what this could be. Now this would be from 7, 8, or 9. It's actually, normally it's from 6, 7, 8, and 9, but we know that it's not 6. Actually, we know it's not 8 either. So it's from 7 or 9, and this is again, this couldn't be from 1, 2, because now we have 2, 1, 2 here. So this is from 3 or 4. Right. Right. So now what do we see? We see that this can't be 7. Why? Because 7 requires 1 or 2 next to it. But alright, here it's no problem. We do have a choice of 1 or 2, but here we can't put 1 or 2. So this couldn't be 7, and this has to be 9. Has to be 9. It is 9. Okay. Notice that we can still have a 9 here because this is a German whispers line. Okay, what is this? This is the What was that? Min cell. Min cell. You see the less than, what's that called? Sign here, which means that whatever we put here has to be less than whatever we put in these cells. Right. But we already have a cell here with pencil mark, which is 3, 4, which means that this one has to be less than 3 or 4. So it's from 1 to 3. If this is 4, this could be from 1 to 3. If it's the 3, this would be from 1 to. But we can't put 1 2 because we already have 1 2 here, as you can see. So this has to be from 3 4. Well, not 3 4. It can't be from 4. So it has to be 3. We said 1 2 3, which means that this is 4. So this is 4. Yep, and this is 3. Notice how hopefully you noticed by now, the fog is clearing when we put correct digits, which helps us as well verify that we're on the right track. Okay. Oh, this isn't 3 because of this 3. But this could still be 4 because we can't put 2 9s. Oh no, it can't be 4 because we've already put a 4. Okay. Alright. Okay, a sip of tea. Now if we look at this Nabner line, we notice that we've already have a 3, which means that along this whole line we can't have 2 or 4 anymore because they are consecutive to 3. So, well, it's obvious that we can't put 4 here because of this, but wherever that line extends, we can't put 4 either or 2. Okay, let's now have a look at this one. This one was the set of consecutive digits. But we already have a 3 in this cell, which means we can't put 3 on it. But if we can't put 3 on it, and it's 4 digits that we need, we can't put 1 or 2 either, because that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4 minimum, or 2, 3, 4, 5. But we can't use the 3, which means 1 or 2 are not valid on this line. So this has to start from 4. So it could be 4, 5, 6, 7, or it could be 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, in theory, it could be 6, 7, 8, 9 if you don't look at anything else. But if this is 6, 7, 8, 9, then what do we put here? We can't put 8 or 9 anymore because we've used them. So this couldn't be 6, 7, 8, 9, which means we can't put 9 here because there's no way of putting 9 here without the 8. So this is from 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's fix the pencil marks. This couldn't be 7 and 8. This couldn't be 4 or 5. And this can't be 6. Only 6? Yeah. Okay. Right. This didn't help very much, did it? Not particularly. This still can be anything. Yeah. Okay. Right. But now, where is 1 or 2 in this cell? Because we see that now here there is the pair that we talked about, which means we can't put it here. We couldn't see them in any of those. We couldn't fit them in any of those, I should say. So those two cells should be from 1, 2. Okay. Now on this one, we know that it's either 4, 5, 6, 7 or 5, 6, 7, and 8, which mean 5, 6, and 7 are obligatory here, whatever the option is, which leaves us with 4 and 8 as the options here. Or 9, I presume. Yeah, or 9. Depends on what we put here. Okay, so this is 4, 8, or 9. Okay. Which means that there is a 9 here somewhere. Okay, and here's a 9, which means then that we have to put a 9 here somehow. Alright, and there is a 3 here somehow. Okay, but this couldn't be 3, so this isn't 3. Remember, this and this are what's it called? The same, because of that mirror here. Right, so now maybe let's try to pencil mark it, because it sees a lot of digits. So could it be 1 and 2? It couldn't, because now we have 1, 2 pair here. You see that? So it can't be 1 or 2. It can't be 3 because of this 3. It can't be 4 because of this 4. It can't be 5 because of this 5. Wow, it can't be 6, it can't be 8, it can't be 9. So it is a 7. That is quite something. It is a 7. Alright, so now we have a 7 here somewhere. And this isn't a 7. Okay, this isn't a 7, but remember, we did need a 7. Do you remember that? There was a need of a 7 here because whatever we used, we needed 5, 6, or 7. The only place now to put a 7 is here. So this is a 7 too. Right. Another sip of tea. This wasn't resolved yet, as far as I can see. Okay. Right. Where should we look next? Where should we look next? Ah, right. But now we do have... Oh, okay. We do have a 5 here. You see that? Because we needed the 5, 6, and 7. So we definitely need the 5 here anymore. Now. I don't know if... Yeah. Now that we've put the 7 here, we see that we need a 5 here. So this couldn't be 5. And if this isn't 5, then the option of 1, 3, 5 disappears. And this is now definitely a 2, 3, 4. But the only place we can put the 4 is here. So this is 4 and this is 2. Right. Which gives us a 1 here and a 2 here. All correct. I don't know what that circle is because we can't see enough. So we will not talk about it now. Right, so this is not a 4 anymore. But if this is not a 4 anymore, then we need to put a 4 here. If we put a 4 here, it makes this one a 9. And if this is a 9, this is an 8. Right, and this leaves us in this row with a 6. Yeah, a 6. Okay, so far so good. So far, so good. Right, this blue line extends across 4 boxes. Do you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. The sum should be the same in all of these boxes. What are we missing here? 1. Okay. Oh, now we know what these are, of course, because like we said, these are the mirrors of these. This is 4 and this is 2, which gives us a 1 here and a 2. Excellent. Which means that there is a 2 somewhere here because of these 2. It can't be here because of this min sign, so this is a 2. It is. It is. Right. Right. So where's the 1 here? It can't be here, it can't be here, it can't be here because of that. So one of those 2 is a 1, which means that one of these 2 is a 1. We don't know where yet, but we'll see. Okay, can this be 8? If we put a 1 here, this would be 8. Can this be 8? Well, maybe we should pencil mark more to see. One of those is a 9. Because of these 2 9s, we have the 4. We've put the 3. There is the 2. Okay, this is one. Oh, this is a 1-3 pair now. Oh, nice. So this is a 5, which means that this is a. There's a 5 here somewhere. Let's see what's missing still. 1. Oh, 1 can only be here. No, 1 is here. 1 is not missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing still, so 6 and 8. Okay, 6 and 8. What's missing here? The same. 6, 8 or 9. They both work, unfortunately. And here well, 1 we already have. There's 2, 3. Can't have 5 here. We can have a 6 and an 8. Right, really? Yeah. There's no 9 here. This is 6 or 8. Yeah, that looks correct. Which means that there's necessarily an 8, a 9 here, and necessarily a 5 here. Okay, now that we have all the pencil mark here, we can have a look at what combinations can we have. And okay, that that resolves the question that I had. Can this be an 8? Well, it can't, because there's no way of putting 3 digits here to add up to 8. If the minimum of those is 11, so this is necessarily a 9, and this is a 1. Okay, that's 16. Does that give us any hope of changing this? If this is 1, it would leave us with 15. 15 can be 9 and 6, which works. Okay, if this is 3, it would leave us with 13. 13 could be 5 and 8. Right, so this couldn't be 6, could it? I didn't see anything that makes this a 6. Oh yeah, of course, the 4. No. 1 was 9 and 6. So the 9 has to be here, and this is a 6. And 3 was 8 and 5. So 8 has to be here, and this is the 5. So this isn't an 8, and this isn't a 6. Right. That didn't help as much as I hoped, but okay. What about this? This one. 16. Now maybe we should look at this one. That's easier. Because 16 is 9 and 7. Well, we can't put the 9 here, so this is 9. Yeah, it's much easier. And this is 7. Okay, which gives us the identity of this. And this is the in-between line. Was that what it's called? It didn't have a name, but it means that these two cells have to be between the values of these two cells have to be between the values of these two circles. Right. Which is we don't know yet, do we? Oh, this isn't a 9 anymore. Okay. Oh, it isn't a 7 either. Right. Can this be 1? 1 would leave us with 15. And 15 is either 8, 7, which is not possible, or 9, 6, which is still possible. Okay. Right. Right. One of these is a 7 or a 9. This can't be a 9. Okay, what can this be? It can be 3, 5, 6, or 8. It can't be 3. Oh, it can be 3. Why couldn't it be 3? It can be 3. What can this one be? It can't be 1 or 2. Oh, it can. Why couldn't it? I'm confused a bit about what these mean. It's just in between those. So this could be 1 because this could be 8, for instance. Then we'll put whatever we want here. Okay, but it has to be related to this or that, right? Right. I'm not sure. Okay, so where is 4 here? Depends on how far this goes. Okay, what is this? It can be 1, it can be 4, no, it can be 5, 6, or 8. Okay. This. Oh, those are... not sure if this is very helpful. Not sure if this is very helpful. What can this be? Let's do that. So it's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, or 8. Okay. All right. That didn't help very much. That didn't help very much. Am I missing something? Certainly am, but what? Ah, of course. No. It's going to say there is a 5 here. Yeah, there is a 5 here, but so what? So what? We need a 1 and a 7 here. Yeah, again, no problemo. What am I missing? Okay, what are these? 1, 3, 5, 6, or 8. This couldn't be 1 or 6. That doesn't help though. Wow, this is still lots of options here. Well, does that limit this though? Because if you said if it's 5, no, that would be 8 and 6. That still works. If it's 5, then we need 11. What can 11 be? Well, 8 and 3, no. 7 and 4, no. 9 and 2, no, because of the 2. Okay, and 5 and 6 can't be because we've already have the 5. Ah, that's it. So this is a 1. See, if we go again, let's do it another time. If this is 5, then you need an 11 to make 16. The 11 is either 2, 9. We can't put a 2 in any of those because of these two. It's either or 3 and 8. We can't put 3. Why can't we put 3? No, 3 and 8. That works. Ah, pity. It does work. It does work. 3 and 8. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but this couldn't be 1 then, for instance. We know it couldn't be 3. Again, we know. Was it? No, it could be 3. Could it be 5? Could it be 5? No, because 1 doesn't work, and if we put 5, then it can't be 5. Could it be 6? Yeah, then it would be 6, and this would be 9. Alright, well, we did trim it. It's now 3, 6, and 8. 3, 6, and 8. Okay, still didn't help though. Still didn't help. What can this be then? Let's do that, since we're... If this is 1, then this would be 15, and it would be 7 and 8, or 8. If that's not possible, then it would be 9 and 6. This could be 9. If it's a 5, then this would be 3 or 8. 3 and 8. So, but this has to be 3, this has to be 8. Alright, so there was no 8 here either. It's either 3 or 6, and this is now we have an 8-9 pair here. Does that matter? Not really. Not really. Just means that there is no 8 here, but we still have lots of places for an 8. Lots of places for an 8. Can we have the 5, 6 in here? No, we can't, can we? The 6 maybe, but the 5 no. Because what do you put next to the 5? If it's a 5, that could be 1, and then you have 2 and 3. Okay, that works. Okay. It seems that I'm stuck. I am stuck. Anything I can say about this now? Not really. Unless there's something that I am missing. What about this line? So this is either a 1, 6 here or a 5, 3. Is any of them a problem? If this is a 5, 3, this would be an 8, and this would be a 6. This would be a 1. Okay, and 6, what do we put here? We can put the 2 and then put 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a bit too much of a... I might be missing something very easy here, but I don't know what. I have absolutely no idea what. I have... Is this still all is possible here? 1, 2, yes. Yes. This is 1 or 3. Can talk about the 2 here. Let's see if that's an issue in this box. Well, it can't be here. It can't be here. It definitely can't be here. But there are still 3 places where it can be, so not sure that's a problem. Okay. Well, so the solution has to be either on this line or on this one. One of those two should have the solution. I just can't see it though. Can this be 3? And this would be maybe 8. 3 and 8, we have 5 and 6 difference, yes. Can it be 5? If this is 1, 5, then we'd have 2, 3 or 4 to put. That should work. Okay. Which would work for 6 as well, which should work for 8 as well. So we have to maybe limit what we can put here, but I don't see how. Right. Can we tell anything about what that could be? No, because everything is here. Everything is here. Oh, maybe pencil mark these just for fun. 5 and 8. It's nothing more than fun because it was obvious we're not going to be able to resolve them. Okay, so it has to be in these, I think. And it must be something that I'm not calculating correctly. So if this is 1, this would have to be a 9 and a 6. So this would be an 8. 8, which would leave us with another 8. So it's the 3, 5 thing. Right, so this is a 1 and we'll take the 1 away from here. Okay, but we still have the 2 and lots of other options. Okay. And if it's a 5, then it's a 8 and 3, which make this a 9, and this would be a 1 and a 6. Yeah. Okay. Both of them are possible, right? What am I missing? Oh, I haven't talked about this, so that's... I forgot all about this 10. Okay, alright. So what could it be now? What could it be? Right, so if this is a 1, if it's a 1, then we can't use the 1 for this one. Then it would be a 2, 3, 5. But if this is a 1, then we said we needed the 9, 6, which is fine. Right? Because then we have 2, 3, 5 here. Right. Right. Okay, so this is, say, if there's a 1 here, then it's with either 3 and 5, 3 and 6, or 5 and 4. Otherwise, it's 2, 3, 5. But this couldn't be 2, 3, or 4. Okay. One, 3 and 6, and 1, 5, 4. Hold on. If this is 1, 3, 6, then what do we put here? Nothing. So this couldn't be 1, 3, 6. Okay, we can take the 6 off. Oh, but we can't have 8 at all here. So this is 3 or 5. Okay, which means that there is definitely an 8 here. Which means that this can't be an 8. Okay. This is 3 or 5, so it's 2. Ah, so 2, 3, 4 is gone. Right, this has to be a 1 then. Yeah. No, hold on. How did I get that? It was correct, but I think I made that mistake. Hold on. Yeah. This can't be 1, 3, 5 anymore. That's what yeah, this has to be the one. Okay, so this is a 5, and this is a 3. This is not 1, 3, or 5. Not a 5 anymore. So this is a 5, and we have a 5 and an 8 here, so nothing else. This becomes a 6, and this becomes a 9, an 8, a 6, and a 9. Not a 6 or a 5. Right. One of those is a 6. One of these is a 9. One of these is a 3. what else can we do? Well, can this now be 1 5? Because 5 and 1 would leave us with, yeah, 2 3 4. That should work. Okay. But this couldn't be 4, because if I can't put 5 here, would mean nothing. If this is 4 and 8, then what do we put here? Well, I can't put the 5. I can't put a 7, so it would be a 6 only. This couldn't be a 4. Okay, so this is 1 or 2. Which now gives us what these two are, because now we have 1 2 pair and no. Well, I mean, yeah, it's 5 6 or 8. This couldn't be 5. This couldn't be 5. Okay. Okay. We need a 6 somewhere here. We need a 6 somewhere here. That's about it. That's about it. Even that didn't. Oh, we know what that is. That's the 2. That's the 2. So there's a 2 in one of these. And here we have 6 1 or 3 or 4. So this is definitely a 4, because it can't be 1 3 or 6. These are not 4. We need a 4 somewhere here. It has to be here, which means that this is the 2, which means that the 1 couldn't be here anymore. Or the 3 for that matter, because what do we put here? So this is a 6. 6, this is not a 6 anymore. And oh yeah, this is the 3, this is the 1. 3 1. And this is 7 or 8. This is not a 7. This is 6 7 or 8. Right. Right. Now we know that this is a 1. So this isn't a 1 anymore. This is a 1. Okay. Now we need a 1 somewhere here. So this is a 1. And that resolves everything more or less here. So now we have 6 7 and 8. But if we put 7 here, then we wouldn't be able to put either 6 or 8. So this is not a 7. So remember, none of those could be consecutive. So this is 6 8. All right. All right. Continue with pencil marking somehow, if possible. One of those is a 2. One of those is a 2. One of these is a 2. One of these is a 3. No, that's not helping. Not helping. 4, where's the 4? The 4 has to be here. Okay. Anything else? What about here? 3, we have 1 2. Where's the 4? The 4 is here. That's the 4. So this is not a 4. This is a 4. This is a 3. Which kinda resolves this, I think. I think we should be getting there now. We should be getting there now. Now we have a 5 8 here, but this is not a 5. We have a 5 6 here, but this is not a 5. What about here? 2, 3, 4. We have a 5, or an 8. Again, this is not a 5. Okay. Those are not 8s or 6s either, because of this 6, 8 here, and this is a 2, 5 pair here, so this is a 7, not a 7 anymore. This is a 7, so is this one. This is not an 8 anymore, neither is this. Neither is this. This should be resolved, right? Yeah. 5, 8. Oh, come on. What did I do wrong? It can't be still blocked. It can't be. Wow. Wow. What am I missing? Oh, of course. I get tired. Or full of excuses, whatever you prefer to look at it. This is an 8. No. What is this? This is a 6. This is a 5. What are we missing here still? A 5 and an 8. Okay. Ooh. Oh, of course, this is an 8, of course. It's because there's a 6 already. Alright, moment of truth. Yay! Absolutely great. Well, I hope you liked it as well. If you did, please like and subscribe and maybe share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.